Good afternoon, I am Pete, also known as Risk for Rewards, or over on Twitter known as @Risk for Rewards. Currently got over 21,000 followers over there, and over here on YouTube just under 2,000. So if you're not subscribing and you enjoy your horse racing content or your anti-post content for the national hunt season, if you click subscribe, just means you get the content first. And as mentioned, going forward, I am going to be bringing guests on to do anti-post previews for the Cheltenham Festival, but also just previews of the weekly racing, because obviously there's grade ones most weeks across the whole of the next 6 months, and that is likely to start next week. So with regard to today though, today is the launch of the Risk for Rewards website. Anyone who's followed for the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years, they will have seen my Cheltenham blog, and it's just grown and got bigger and bigger and bigger. Unfortunately, it's just gone very well, and it's been a good blog. And so I've taken all the content and moved it across to a website. The website has got a lot of extra content on it, and that is primarily the reason why I've come here today, is just to give a little walkthrough of what you can expect from the website and a little bit to do with the navigation, just to show how simple the website is. So I'm just going to flick down through the website. This here is obviously the Risk for Rewards homepage. A little bit about Risk for Rewards himself. The socials you can find Risk for Rewards on, as mentioned, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, the terms and conditions, etc. for the website itself. And then as we go along the top, I'm not going to click on these links because of the fact that, one, I lose my video down here, and two, it means that I'll go into them, and I'm logged in as a subscriber. So currently, what is Risk for Rewards? This is just a welcome video, which, if people don't know me, it allows you to be able to see what is Risk for Rewards as a website, and what I've done on the general. And then I am going to click here anyway. So here you can find the results. So the results here will show you a video that I did post on YouTube in April, and that is the last 3 years of Risk for Rewards Cheltenham results. We all know that it's not all about Cheltenham on the national hunt season, but at the same time it is all about Cheltenham. So what I mean by that is we are looking at anti-posts for the King George, the Dublin Racing Festival, and other really important areas of the season, but the main bulk is always going to be obviously the Cheltenham Festival. So these are the results. I do have results obviously for the other 3 years, and all the blog contents, all of my blogs are still on this website, so you will be able to view any past results if that's what you would like to do. How to use the website is a short 6-minute walkthrough, very similar to what I'm doing now, explaining exactly how to get the best out of the website and where you can find everything. So join today. It is a subscriber membership, so you click the join today link and it will take you through to the subscription. Latest news. So this is one of the most important but the most basic. So latest news, as we know with horse racing, news moves fast. Latest news and updates will be where I will put a statement here. It'll be time stamped and dated, and it will say, I have made a selection here, or I have put this updated content for the weekend. I have done etc. etc. This means that people don't need to be logging on every day, looking through, checking to see what has been updated and what hasn't. You can go straight onto the website, go to latest news, click. If there's nothing since you last checked, you know you don't have to even go through the website unless you obviously want to. Very, very simple, but hopefully it does the job. Non-festival anti-post. So this is going to be a list of the top bit here where it says shortlist. If you click this link, it gives you a list of all the bets that I've had, both on the flat and across the jumps season, that are not related to the Cheltenham Festival. So as you can see here, this is a blog for the Aintree Grand National. It'll have a selection and it'll also have the description with it. And then there'll be one for the King George, etc., etc. And the blogs will just line up here. But if you just want to look at the names, you just click here. If you want to look at the blog with the detail of for each horse and each selection made, then they'll all be listed here. Very simple. Across over here, so Cheltenham 2024 anti-post. This is something that I mentioned. I've gone a little bit more in depth and changed a few things. So the summary is very simple to the summary that I had last year, which meant that you can click on this link and within seconds you can go and find the exact horse. So if you want to look at the Triumph on the Friday, you don't want to scroll through everything, you literally just click it, short link, and it will take you to the Friday. You can just flick through and see the Triumph. And then, I want to look at the Supreme now. They'll all be in a line, and all it will say is the horse's name and the race. Very simple. So down to here though is where the depth comes in. These are a breakdown of the Cheltenham blog that we had last year. Rather than having everything on one page and people scrolling up and down and going all the way through it, these are the individual breakdowns for each day of the Cheltenham Festival. So Cheltenham Tuesday, you can click on here. It will have my last 3 years worth of selections. It will tell you where they positioned in each race and what the result, obviously what the outcome was. It'll have where my current thinking is with that race and why I've placed a selection or why I haven't. And it'll also have listed any selection I have made, maybe a few stats to why I've made it, what the price was taken at the time, and what the logical thinking is, or maybe even the route that I think the horse will take. So these are all individual breakdowns for each day. So say on the Tuesday, you'll have the Supreme Novices, the Arc or the Ultimate Handicap Chasers, and on each one, they'll all have their own individual breakdown within this blog. Then the same, you come to Friday, you've got the Gold Cup, the Triumph, etc., and they've all got their individual bits. This allows you to view as much detail and depth as you want, but at the same time, if you don't want to do all of that, you've just got the summary. But something that I have brought in this year is the Cheltenham 2024 free bets shortlist. So we are currently 6 months out, and as I said, everyone says it's not all about Cheltenham, but it is all about Cheltenham, etc., etc. So this is a shortlist of horses that are very close to being on these races or being selections, but they're just not quite there yet. So if you get your free bet and you think, oh, I want to use it on something maybe a little bit useful, these will be a list of horses that are on the free bet shortlist. They could be 25 to 1, 33 to 1 shots in, say, the Supreme Novice Hurdle. Races like the Novices Hurdles are perfect for free bets because they are prime in the fact that you could have a horse that's entered across all three. So it means you could have a free bet on the Supreme and a free bet on the Ballymore at 33 to 1 each. And then if it turns up, then suddenly you're laughing, you're on a nice big free bet. If it doesn't, then you don't lose anything from it. So there may be 4 or 5 horses listed for something like the Supreme because they're horses that are on, instead of doing a 10 to follow like I know a lot of people are doing, they seem very popular this year. These are more like a short list of 3 or 4 for this race, 3 or 4 for that race, etc. And it just gives people a way to use that extra free bet or put in a small roll up bet or an accumulator, etc. So Cheltenham Review, this is where the mixture of content comes in. So these are a review that I've rewrote as it well. I've not rewrote the actual wording, but I've just put back in here. These were the reviews from carried out in April. These were the bets that I made, and they were the selections given to subscribers at the time, and the logic that was applied behind risk for rewards thought process for each of the races at that time. So obviously that was in April. The next one will be carried out in October. So as soon as we start getting all the stable tours, then it means we get a lot more information. And by the end of October, we should begin to have the first early picture. So as soon as we get that early picture, each of these will have a video link to them that will last 30 to 60 minutes long, approximately, I would be my guess. And it will go into, say, if I believe the Supreme is, I'd narrow it down to say 5 horses. It would say, I think this horse could win, etc., etc. This. Say the Arkle, I believe, is a 2-horse race straight away. I will say these are the 2 horses. Because obviously, if you go over to here and you go to the Tuesday, it has got a lot of depth and information, but it may only cover 1 horse. Whereas this allows me to project to all subscribers the dangers, maybe long shots, outsiders, etc. So there will be a review of each individual day on a summary. So there'll be a Tuesday video, a Wednesday video, a Thursday video, and a Friday video. This way, some subscribers may listen to exactly what I'm saying and think, yeah, I totally agree with what he's saying, but I want to back it, the other horse, maybe the danger. Because at the end of the day, this is about providing content. It's not about just providing selections. And I've often found in the past that some people have said to me, I read everything that you've wrote and I've decided to go with this horse. And that's what it's all about. That's brilliant. And then finally, this is the anti-post email list. So this is optional. You don't have to have it at all. But for people who have paid to be subscribers, if they want to join this anti-post email list, it just means that when I go to make the latest news and go and click and make a selection, first I will send out to this anti-post email list. I will send out to everyone on the list. At the same time, it will say, I'm about to input content to the Risk for Rewards website, so you may want to log on and check the latest news. And that way you just get it first or at the same time as every other person, because it's all very well logging onto your latest news whenever you feel like it, but what if you're out and a horse does a very impressive display and it's one of those things where the market moves fast? If you get an email, it comes through and says log in, you click on there, you just go to latest news. As soon as you go to latest news, oh, okay, he's done it at 5 minutes time, blah blah blah, and that's where it is. And then you go to your latest news, okay, straight to the race, click that, there's the update of exactly what you were looking for. It's just a very simplified, easy way of getting people straight across and back in. So in all honesty, I've got no idea where my video's gone of myself, so you're probably just hearing voice instead. that's as simple as it comes with regard to the Risk for Rewards website. So subscription will go live. The website will go live at 8 p.m. this evening. I haven't announced that on Twitter, so anyone who is listening to YouTube, you will obviously be hearing this first. For those people who already messaged me, I will send a link out to those people probably later on this afternoon. And yeah, for anyone who wants to join Risk for Rewards, brilliant. I look forward to having you aboard. The plan for the weekend will be an Arc de Triomphe video that will just be on YouTube tomorrow for the Arc itself. But with regards to any other selections for Saturday or Sunday, obviously there's 10 Group 1s across France on Saturday and Sunday, so there will be selections. They will all be put onto the new Risk for Rewards updates. So thank you very much. Hope you like the update. Hope you like the website, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.